My husband and I installed a pool in our backyard in the summer of 2020. We knew that I had to find something for my youngest. My oldest could swim. We did the traditional swim lessons, took 3 to 4 years, but I knew I needed something faster. I wanted my little one to have survival skills. When I was researching and asking for recommendations for my little one, I was nervous. There's a lot of misinformation out there about the process. You know, I would read it, and of course you see those random videos just thrown online, and my husband was against it. He's like, we're not doing this. There's no way. And as a parent, I was like, it's not about being happy, it's about being safe. Children don't always want to get in car seats, and they don't always want to eat their vegetables, but we as their parents are their advocates, and we have to know what's best for them. And he was like, okay. And so a family member recommended Susan Willie up at Shoreline Infant Aquatics, and I started taking her every week for so many weeks, and I was completely amazed at the progress every single lesson with my daughter. And just the ease of knowing that she could survive an aquatic accident was such a relief. And I wanted that for others. Susan guided me to Judy, and it took a couple months for me to decide because I had to walk away from a career that I also loved. So when I arrived, I felt so welcome. The facility is phenomenal. I went around, of course, took pictures because my goal someday is to obviously open my own facility. I had the first student, so I was the first one, and Judy said, here's what you asked the parent, and we did it. And then she handed me the baby, and I remember thinking, don't you want to show me something first? And so she just walked you through every step, but I'm definitely a hands-on learner, and I loved it. The first couple of weeks were a lot of information, a lot of different kids with a lot of different issues going on, and Judy would say, look at the feet, and I'm looking at their head. Training with Judy is intense. I played basketball in college, so I felt like Judy was exactly what I needed. As a coach, I appreciate that. And when we make a mistake, she wasn't like, it's okay. You know, she told us, and whether she had to show us or tell us or we redid it, and she would say, okay, let's do it right. And that's how I learn, is just, I make a mistake, that's okay, but let's do it right. By the time I got to week 3 and 4, I started feeling a little confident. I could see the kids' growth. Things started connecting of, why am I doing this? When am I doing this? These final weeks have been really rewarding because not only are they getting it, they're wanting to get into the pool. They're smiling, they're laughing. I have a master's in teaching degree, so I went to college for 7 years. I spent all that money, I taught all those years, and now I'm like starting over. After I've trained though, I realized that I couldn't have done this before I did that. I just know so much more about working with children. I know a lot of special needs and how to reach those kids. And I'm so grateful that I get to teach kids a skill that they don't learn in school. I'm excited to take it back to where I live. Our session's starting in a couple weeks as soon as I get back, which is awesome because then I get to use all the skills I've learned and keep them fresh in my head. And so I'm really proud of myself. I've learned that I can do it and that I was able to do this on my own. I've gained all that passion back for teaching. I haven't had this passion since I went into teaching 15 years ago.